Hi students, I'm Praveen Sebastian Paul. In this lecture, we are discussing the object-oriented programming concept. The various trends in software development gives the change in the language. In earlier days, software developers used machine languages, which deals with the zeros and ones or binary number system. The software developers felt it was difficult to program using binary numbers. In later stage, assembly language was used for a programming concept. The assembly language uses mnemonic codes, which is better than binary language. Then the high-level language was introduced. The human understandable English is used in the programming languages. Initial stages of high-level languages have the procedural structural languages. Programmers concentrate more on functions rather than data. To overcome this, object-oriented language was introduced. In object-oriented programming, or simply OOP, the programmer concentrates or gives equal importance to functions and data. The advantages of a procedure language are OOPS concepts. The OOPS concepts are data hiding, data encapsulation, data abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, objects, class, dynamic binding, message passing, etc. Firstly, we are discussing what is object orientation. Object-oriented methods enable us to create set of objects that work together synergistically to produce software that better module their problem domain than similar system produced by traditional techniques. The system created using object-oriented methods are easier to adapt to changing requirements, easier to maintain, more robust, promote greater designs, etc. The reason why object orientation works is high level of abstraction, seamless transition among different phases of software development, encouragement of good programming techniques, and promotion of reusability. When it comes to the high level of abstraction, the top-down approach is used in object-oriented concept. It supports abstraction of the functional level. The object encapsulates both the data means attributes and functions or methods, and they work as a high level of abstraction. The development can proceed at the object level, and this makes designing, coding, testing and maintaining of the system much more simpler. The second point is a seamless transition among different phases of software development. In the traditional approach, the software development using this approach requires different styles and methodologies for each step of the process. So moving from one phase to another requires more complex transition. When it comes to the object-oriented approach, we use the same language to talk about analysis, design, programming, and database designing. It returns the level of complexity and reboundary which make clearer and robust system development. The third point to be discussed is the encouragement of good programming techniques. A class is an object-oriented system carefully delineates between its interfaces and the implementation of that interface. The attributes and methods are encapsulated within a class and held together tightly. The classes are grouped into subsystems but remain independent. One class has no impact on other classes. Object-oriented approach is not a magical one to promote perfect design or perfect coding. The raising level of abstraction from functional level to object level and focusing on the real-world aspect of the system, the object-oriented method tends to promote clearer design, make implementation easier, and provide overall better communication. The fourth point is a promotion of reusability. The objects are reusable because they are modeled directly out of the real world. The classes are designed generically with reuse. The object orientation adds inheritance, which is a powerful technique that allows classes to build from each others. The only difference and enhancement between the classes need to be designed and coded. All the previous functionalities remains and can be reused without changes. So my dear students, these are the basic introductory concepts in object-oriented programming. So dear students, kindly go through this assignment question. The question is, write short notes on object-oriented programming. So my dear students, in the upcoming lecture, we are discussing the object-oriented software development. So dear students, see you soon. Until then, goodbye, thank you, and all the best.